The man who rents time on my calendar. It started quietly, the way strange things often do. I wasn't expecting horror. I wasn't even expecting inconvenience. Just another night, another glance at my calendar before bed to make sure the next day was under control. I live alone, I manage my own schedule, and I don't allow clutter, digital or otherwise. That's why I noticed it immediately. Nestled between a 2 p.m. meeting with my boss and a 4 p.m. dental checkup was an entry I hadn't created, reserved, do not delete. It was set for 3:13 a.m. the next morning. No other details. No invitees. No location. Just red text, bolded. The kind of thing you'd overlook if you had a chaotic calendar. But mine was always clean. Minimal. And this? This was like a roach on white tile. I deleted it without thinking. The next morning, it was back. Same title. Same time. Still no owner. It was unsettling. I checked my sharing permissions, no one had access. I checked my security settings. Nothing suspicious. Maybe a sync error, I thought. Maybe an old device I forgot to wipe. But the time struck me. 3:13 a.m. I've always had a strange relationship with 3 a.m., the so-called devil's hour, though I don't believe in anything superstitious. Still, the fact that it returned, same hour, same exact time block, felt personal in a way no glitch should feel. I deleted it again. This time with more force, if such a thing exists digitally, clicking with the sort of energy you give when you really want something gone. But the next night, something changed. I woke up at 3:13 a.m. with a sudden jolt, the kind you get when falling in a dream. Only I hadn't been dreaming. I was lying flat on my back, heart pounding, and my laptop, which I had closed, was open. Lit. A soft glow pulsing from the screen. I didn't remember waking up. I didn't remember opening it. And when I got out of bed to check, it was sitting on the calendar page, the red block blinking. Reserved, do not delete. Now in progress I deleted it again. This time, I stayed awake to make sure it didn't come back. It came back anyway. This time, the title changed. Thank you for your time. I stopped laughing about it then. I stopped talking about it, too. My co-workers had already called me paranoid for caring so much about a dumb calendar bug, but I knew better. Bugs don't blink. Bugs don't return with variations. Bugs don't wait until you sleep to open your laptop. Still, I tried to forget it. I figured maybe my subconscious was messing with me. Maybe I was sleepwalking. Maybe I was creating the entry without realizing it, stress manifesting in strange ways. That is, until the calendar started filling up on its own. Not just one entry now. Entire blocks of my day turned red, each labeled with variations of the same thing. Reserved. 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 Do not delete. Some were during waking hours. Some during the night. At one point, I tried to schedule a doctor's appointment and it was overwritten before I could even click save. The red entry slid in across the time block as though someone had typed faster than me. I sat in front of the screen, frozen. There was no one else here. No one else in control. But somehow, I had become secondary to my own schedule. Then came the messages. Not emails. Not texts. Messages embedded inside the calendar descriptions. One entry, scheduled for 3:13 a.m. on a Tuesday, said, "Time is not yours to own. It is leased to you." Another, later in the week. "You have not been a good steward." That night, my webcam light flicked on for the first time. No apps open. No video calls running. Just the pale green light blinking in the dark, watching me. I slammed the lid shut and shoved the laptop under my bed. I didn't sleep. I tried wiping everything. New password. New email. New account. Even switched to a paper calendar like it was 1997. But the next morning, my phone buzzed with a new event notification. Same time. Same message. Your time has been claimed. The real breaking point was the night I didn't sleep at all. I sat in the living room with every light on, laptop off, phone powered down, waiting. When the clock hit 3:13 a.m., the lights in my apartment dimmed, all of them, and I felt it. A pressure. Like the room had shrunk, or like time itself had pressed its fingers around my throat. I tried to move. I couldn't. My limbs weren't paralyzed, they were preoccupied, like they were already doing something I couldn't feel yet. I sat there, locked in place, while an invisible timer ticked down inside my head. 45 minutes later, the grip released. I could breathe again. I ran to my bedroom and found the laptop on. Calendar open. One new message. Session complete. Thank you. Now it's every night. Always at 3:13. I don't sleep anymore. I just wait. My body begins to fail around 3:12, and for 45 minutes I am nothing. My thoughts go dark. My vision blurs. When it ends, I wake up in strange positions. Standing in the corner. Sitting on the floor. Once, I was holding a pen I hadn't owned before, and a page full of notes written in someone else's handwriting. They were names. Not mine. People I don't know. A list of them. And beside each name. Session complete. I know what it is now. I don't know how, but I know. Something is using me, not my body, not my soul, my time. Renting it. Living in it. Just 45 minutes a week, at first. Then a few hours. Now it owns more of me than I do. I am not a person anymore. I am a resource. And the last entry on my calendar, scheduled months in advance, just says, final transfer. Time, all day. No end. So if you ever see a calendar event appear that you didn't make, even just once, don't touch it. Don't open it. Don't delete it. Because the moment you acknowledge it, you're already on the clock. That sentence hasn't left my head. Not since I read it at 3:13 a.m., burned into my calendar like red ink seared into skin. You're already on the clock. I tried to tell myself it was metaphor. A turn of phrase. Psychological horror at best. But time doesn't play metaphor. It ticks. It takes. It consumes. And I've come to realize that time isn't just what we move through, it's something that watches us. Something that demands tribute. And now, I think I'm paying for time I didn't even spend. The next day, my clocks betrayed me. Every single one. My phone showed 7:42 a.m. My microwave said 12:13. My wall clock was frozen at 3:13. I checked the time online, it wouldn't load. Just a spinning wheel. My wristwatch, digital and battery powered, flashed nonsense. Then stopped completely. Every screen in my apartment pulsed with that now familiar red. My TV powered on by itself. Black screen. Red text. Overdue. I left the apartment that day for the first time in a while. My eyes had dark rings under them, my hands trembled, and my sense of time felt smeared. I tried to walk into a cafe and order coffee, but the barista didn't look at me. Not in the usual busy with customers way, she never saw me at all. Even when I spoke. Even when I raised my voice. The man behind me ordered right through me. I wasn't a ghost, I felt real, solid. But I was somehow not here. When I checked my calendar on my phone, the entire day was blocked in red. Reserved, inactive time. I was awake, conscious, moving. But I wasn't part of the world. I began to think maybe I was being punished. Maybe this wasn't a haunting. Maybe this was debt collection. Somewhere, somehow, I had owed something time could not forgive. And now time was taking me back, piece by piece, through these silent sessions and blank hours, until there was nothing left. The hallucinations came next, or what I thought were hallucinations. People walking past me in suits with clocks instead of faces, hands spinning so fast they blurred. Birds that flew backwards. A baby stroller rolling by with no one pushing it, no one inside. I stopped one woman and asked for the date. She looked at me like I'd vomited blood. Then she leaned in and whispered. "You shouldn't be out. You're overbooked." That night, my dreams were not dreams. They were meetings. Endless white rooms filled with chairs, but no people. A projector screen showing my face, asleep. A long table where something not human sat at the far end, shape unclear, only the sound of ticking loud and constant. I never spoke in these dreams. I was only presented, displayed like an asset. And each time, the red light would blink at the top of the room like a recording device, and a robotic voice would say, "Session in progress. Rent accrued." I tried staying awake for days. No sleep, no food, just pacing my apartment like a man on death row. But it didn't matter. The sessions continued. I'd black out at the 3:13 mark without warning, standing, sitting, walking. I once collapsed into my bathtub. Another time, I woke up on the kitchen floor, one shoe on, fingernails cracked and bleeding, and a voice still echoing faintly in my ear like it had just finished speaking. My calendar now updated itself in real time. Every red block came with a session number. And beneath that, a single, cryptic line of text. Only time knows how long you have left. I can't tell what's real anymore. My reflection delays by seconds. When I reach for objects, sometimes my hand lags behind. My shadow now moves on its own, like it's tired of pretending it's just a trick of light. Even the air feels warped, thicker around the 3 a.m. hour, like time itself pushes back against my lungs. The red calendar blocks are bleeding into other people's accounts. I checked a friend's calendar once and saw the exact same entry at 3:13 a.m. When I asked him about it, his face twisted into something blank. His mouth moved, but no sound came out. And then he blinked. And forgot the conversation happened. They're spreading. This thing, this entity, if you can call it that, it's not after people. It's after time. Human time. Every second we waste, every moment we overbook, every task we delay or delete, it feeds on that. Not with anger. Not with vengeance. With entitlement. We've been treating time like it's free, like it's infinite. But something has been keeping a ledger, and I think it's come to collect. I've started seeing the countdown. It appeared in the corner of my vision 3 nights ago. No screen, no numbers, just an hourglass icon, slowly emptying. When I blink, it flickers. And it's almost empty. I don't know what happens when it runs out. Maybe I disappear. Maybe I become the next person scheduling these sessions. Maybe I already have. I'm not writing this as a warning. It's too late for that. You're here, reading this, which means you've already seen something. A glitch. A red box. A 3:13 a.m. block. That's all it takes. You don't have to believe me. But time believes in you. It always has. The clock is ticking. And you're already on the clock. Now you just have to wonder, whose session is next.